In this whiteboard discussion, we're going to talk about using TransactVDR and the value that it provides to an end user. We know that end users generally require that a cover page get added to all of the documents that get submitted, and this does make a lot of sense. With many different vendors, there are 1,000 different document formats, so the document control person on the end user side, who is trying to upload that information into the document management system, has an easier time to be able to identify the appropriate information and take it, add some eyes, take it through the eyes, through the fingers, and in through to the document management system, where the end users can now put it through the approval process. From the vendor's perspective, this is a little more complicated. They have forms that they create during the manufacturing process, print out, but in order for them to get the information into this standardized format, it takes a lot of work. They have to manipulate the document through Word or some PDF viewer, Excel. They have to merge documents that they've printed. They have to format them. So all of this work takes time and costs them money, both cash for salaries and opportunity, certainly leading to some kind of a conflict. What we can do with TransactVDR is we pull the information from all of these various sources and bring it together automatically, so the work required by the vendor disappears, which means their time and their money, and eventually the conflict disappears. All the time, the end users get the information that they require, and it makes it a much easier process for them. The second thing that we'll do is we handle the document register. So, and in a very standard format, we build up the names for all of the documents that get submitted. Generally, we'll start with the order information, with the model numbers and the tags. And we'll also take the vendor data requirements in the format typically understood by all of our end user friends, where they have a document code, maybe F10 and C12, and they'll identify that, yes, we need that document and 2 copies of each of these, and we want it 4 days after order, etc. We'll take that information and we'll merge it together. And what we end up with is something like this, where we have a D15, tag 1, tag 2, C12, tag 1, etc. So where it ties in is when the vendors go to upload those documents that they've created through the manufacturing process, they must connect it directly to one of these very specific tags during the upload process. And as a result, when the cover page gets appended, we pull this information, and it makes it, for the document control people, they have a very standard across all vendors understanding of the different references and how they're built up. We also have obviously a standard layout and allow the vendors to use the same structure. Third thing, we have a process that not all of our end users are taking advantage of, but to create CSV files for all of the documents in every transmittal. So let's say on document 1, 2, and 3, we'll provide a bunch of data related to the document codes and the customer reference numbers that should allow an upload directly into the vendor's document system, or the end user's document system. Obviously, freeing the document control person to move on to other tasks. This is the process that we see from the vendor to the end user, but likewise, in the reverse, once they create a transmittal and send it back to us, we have on every cover page that we create, we add a little code, kind of like a barcode. It's called a QR code. And through optical character recognition in this code, we can identify exactly what document that is. Now, it generally will appear within our documents, just down right in the bottom hand corner. So this gives us the same functionality, and again, speeds things up for your vendors to make the documentation process much easier. This will float into this, I'll have to excuse my drawing of a cloud, but the computer in the cloud that is the TransactVDR system. Lastly, we go through a process of, through the register, through the document register, of keeping track of all of the documents. So we had, let's see, it was D15, tag 1, and C10, tag 16. We want to know every time that document, or any of these documents, gets sent back and forth. So we'll add in the date that it was sent, and we'll set the status, which was 0 when it was sent, and the transmittal number 1, 2, 3, and likewise when it gets returned. So the from, this will be a 2, and from. We'll fill out the same information. So at any point, either the end user who has access through the web or the vendor can come in and identify, hey, nothing has happened for that document yet. Where is it? How come it hasn't been submitted? So we get a much stronger management overview. So let's go through the current value rate. There's no extra work to deliver all of the formatting and structure that the end users need, which leads to no conflict and makes the process much easier, much faster. The second item on the list is the standardized naming structure. So it's easy for doc control across all of the vendors. The third is the minimize data entry, which will make all of your doc control people happy. And the fourth, but not least, is the introduction of management control, and knowing for sure that the data is tracked. So when things go missing or when things haven't been completed, both the vendors and the end users have access to the same data set. I hope that helps and explains why there is great value for end users to encourage the use of the TransactVDR system to all their vendors, and we do in fact have packages for end users to purchase as part of their projects to provide this service to all of the vendors. Thanks.